start with going over a quick review of the oil. As you can see, we got basically stopped out at 69.88. I mean, we made it all the way up to, what was it, 70.63. Got rejected. Kind of makes sense, right? 70 is a big number. The key point I want to remind everybody is this 66.77, right? Because we dipped below it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Found some support at it again. Looked like we might come down and retest it, but if we look closely, we actually made a higher low, right? And then this symbol right here, I mean, the market's open right now. And I wanted to do this for a reason. It's a holiday in America. I think Labor Day, right? I always get confused between Labor Day and Memorial Day. But it's September, so whichever one of those is in September, then that's the holiday today. So the futures close at 1 o'clock this afternoon. If you look at our downward trajectory, our retracement right here, we hit target perfectly. Then now we are knocking on the door of the 618, right? Also, which is coincides with the 70. I'm looking at a nice little bounce, maybe at the 63 or 67.53. If we do kind of roll back down, I don't really see us touching the 66.77, but just keep in mind that is a huge number that will act more or less like a magnet. So just keep that in mind. I bought a little bit of options around here. For I think it was about October. Just keep in mind, again, this could roll over at any given moment, but I would really be more of a buyer if we can get above this teal line, right, the 69.57, and even more of a buyer if we can get above the 71. I see that the 71 being like the line in the sand between the bears and the bulls, which, I mean, it obviously is the 50% of this original down little draft from 7.6 to 7.20. So if we can get above this 50%, I like it. Let's do a little bit more numbers. Wrong one. We're right at this 50%. So just keep that also in mind, is we're knocking on the door of from here to here, the 50% of that. Again, I would like to see us above the teal line, which would coincide with being above the longer downtrend 50%. Like I said, we broke it twice. When was this? 9-3. So Friday and Thursday we were above it twice. We broke above it on Thursday, broke below it on Friday. But we're knocking on the door right now. Kind of let's see what goes on for the next week or so. If we can get above that 50, then I would be a buyer. But just remember, we'd have more resistance at the 71.16. All right, KMI. We've been in the nasty downtrends. Hold on, let's. Extend to the right. All right, extend to the left. All right, so this trend right here. We're getting close to where it is. At above 1603, I am a buyer. Just because I'm a buyer. Just be very careful. You do have some big resistance coming. So, this trend line. Let's see if if we can draw another trend line. Yeah, all right, so with this trend line, look at this. So I guess this is more the trend line, their immediate trend line that they're playing from here to here. You can see we hit it basically perfect, got rejected, came back, broke it, right, but closed below it. So just keep an eye on this. We're right at resistance level, so just keep that in mind. British Petroleum, I'm not excited about this one as much until we get above this 25.79. However, if we hold the 24.52, I am a buyer because it gives us a well-defined get out if we are wrong. I don't particularly like how we made a new low, right? I mean, we're not way down here, but we did make a new low from the August 26th date. I mean, we barely made a new low, but let's draw ourselves a line just as a frame of reference. So as you can see, it's below, but it's not like a whole bunch, and we closed above, which is more bearish or bullish than bears. But just keep in mind, if you want to get in here, the 24.52 is like your, I guess, yellow light, and this would be your red light, as in get out. This is looking decent. We're above the 50%. We had our nice run, got rejected at the 50%, and now we made another run. And Thursday, Friday were beautiful days. Well, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we broke above that 24.84. It's looking poised to break above the 25.34. Anything above 24.84, I'm a buyer. Sunoco. Yeah, I like it. Look at this. This is beautiful. It can't be 31 cents. Yeah, well, I mean, it says 31 cents. So I enjoyed the breakout. We just had a nice little breakout of all this nastiness, which basically started August 23rd. We're above this 50%, which is nice. I'm enjoying it. We're above the longer term 50%. We're above our teal. I say anything above the 37.52, I am a buyer. But just be careful for the overall oil market. But Sunoco looks poised to go higher. Royal Dutch Shell, it's right in the middle of a range. I mean, if anything, I would sell like an iron condor here. But other than that, I kind of stay away from it until it can kind of make a direction on which, or make a decision on which direction it wants to go. Now, TTE, we are starting to get more data, right? Remember, we just started in 611 because they changed the ticker. So all the data before that is basically gone. But as you see, we've been in this kind of range from the 786 up to the 50%. We've knocked on the door a few times. If any time it would be a breakout, I would say that we are looking poised to try to break out the 45.14. Just keep in mind, I don't have any reference from back. So there you go. MMP. I like MMP. We're above the 50% of the larger trend. We have been nicely just trudging forward. We're above the 618, which is another key level for me. As long as we can hold this 49.87, then I am a buyer. I am also a buyer up here, and I would hold all the way till a little bit below this 50%. So maybe 48. Anything below 48, I'd have to get out. But I enjoy it. Looks like we're poised to maybe hit the 52.24. ExxonMobil. Ooh, okay, look at this. We're finally, I wouldn't say we're clear, but we are above this initial 50% or 100% downshot. So I would be a buyer of anything above the 54.50, 54.30. Anything below that, I would be very careful, as we have not proven that we are in a uptrend. We are making a higher low here, but I would like to see us make another higher high and then make another higher low. Valero, no. I mean, yeah, it kind of looks like XOM. However, we're below the 50. We're getting rejected at the 382. If we can hold above this low of this bar right here, all right, give me a little bit to boast about next week. But if we break below that, this isn't one I'm not promising at all. And CVX, another one not promising. I mean, Monday we started way up here. The oil market had a decent Thursday, Friday, and we're still below the open of last week. So I'd just be very careful with this. I would not be a confident buyer. If you wanted to be extra aggressive, you could right around here with your break point below this right here, which would be 95.79. Let's check out oil again before we go. It's popped 7 cents. Come on, yeah, there we go. So from when we were talking, this was negative 36. Now it's negative 29. Again, just be very careful. I would like to see us above the 70 mark, but don't forget, from this to here, we are knocking on the door of the 50. So once we can hold that 50, we break above that 50 and we hold it, then the trend has shifted to the upside. All right.